and they don't call Snake.
That's true.
He just slithers back into the base and be like, "Hey, I got both."
He knows what's up.
Yeah. So, this is going to be a pretty close game between Spartans and 1UP. But saying that, 1UP are very prone to having their amazing games or not having their amazing games.
That's it.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how they play out in this Spartans game. Yeah,
and Spartans being quiet, playing a very smart team as well. They play very intelligent. They don't take the big risks that they need to. Cans especially is very good at keeping track of game. He knows what's going on when it's happening.
Cans is a beast.
Cans is an absolute beast. I think that Stalker that's in the green base that just got taken out of the green base had just enough time to take that base, I reckon. But he wanted to hold it out. I think he's going to be out there searching for some extra points.
Start this game off, Potato putting one shot into green and getting one shot denied by saying that Mancans now is putting shots into base, and he successfully takes it as the first base has been taken just after that minute mark. So Spartans definitely coming out with an early lead. I don't see any Spartans at red. Have they?
I wouldn't imagine Spartans to
I wouldn't imagine, but I honestly cannot see any of those Spartan players outside red at the moment.
Especially against teams like 1UP and Aftershock that really could capitalize on a dump like that. It wouldn't be a smart move on their part. I can't see it as something that Cans would do.
Oh, do I see a head currently sneaking outside of that red base at the moment? I think I do.
I think I do too. There might be a phaser that could just be just out of it.
Yeah, there's definitely a red in that box.
We've got Lowlands in there, and here comes Spartan collapsing in to get that denial.
Saying that, I accidentally pressed the button too soon. You might have missed that denial by Spartans double jumping from the box and that back door to get that denial on.
I can guarantee you it looked
Guinea.
nicer. No, it was on Guinea.
It was in Guinea.
Of course,
You had me think it was, God damn it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, no.
No?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Lowlands.
No.
Snake.
Wrong players. They don't look like them. Saying that, we have a Spartan player inside green at the moment, with green diving through that back door. Stalker is taking green at the moment, shooting those players out and successfully getting it again, with so many players jumping through that front door.
And that is the 1UP base through that the Spartans are cycling themselves through. They're getting through it really quickly. You can see about every 30 seconds if you look above my head here.
Yeah, the moment around about here, where my hand is now, is roughly once the base comes active, Spartans are diving into that green base, into that box, and taking it. On saying that, Adelaide Aftershock head-on points against 1UP at the moment.
They are points. 1UP is one of those teams as well that I've seen that would throw a lot of lives at a base just to get that base. So they are often a really good source of points. Because you just let, because I've found that they tend to be all about those bases, and they will get those bases no matter what the cost is.
Spitfire putting some shots into blue at the moment, and he gets it. So that's 1UP's first base from blue. I think 1UP have decided, hey, the Spartans have hit our base too often, too soon. Let's pick up stumps and get those bases back early at blue.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that too, because the Roper, as we can see, just walked into that green base. It appears to be completely empty. So 1UP's going to be out there. They're going to be looking for big pack points. If they can't catch up with the Spartans on those bases, I think they're going to be quickly playing for a second place.
Yeah. So Spartans, 4 green bases so far. Fuzzy is the only one for green to not have a base or any high tags, as he was the one playing in the box for red. So once Fuzzy gets his base, he's going to go home, get back into the box, and Spartans are going to be looking at blue, or at least farm 1UP, who are sitting outside blue at the moment.
And they could just very well go for that 5-base game at this point. If 1UP have indeed dumped, which I'm gonna pretty confidently say that they have, the best response you can have whenever a team dumps on you, you just pull all your defenders back, get as many points as you can, lock that base down hard. 1UP's going to be having a bad time if they've dumped into a game. If they've dumped into a game with Spartans and Aftershock, especially when you got the experience of like two Maroons players, one on each, one on each. Is it just one on each team?
One on each team, Beefy and Cans.
Very experienced players. They're going to know how to deal with these kind of situations.
Yeah. As saying that, Aftershock having 1UP dump onto them, they will know that all blue have left, all green have left their base, so they're gonna pick up some points, and then start going to green and slowly cycle that, putting them ahead of one up. As we see that Beefy picking up the first base for Aftershock, and saying that Snake answers back with picking up Aftershock's base as well.
Just keeping them ahead. We did have Guinea got a 2-shot denial before that. We've got One Up has had set themselves up quite well in blue. They had a pretty good, a decent hold on it. But we've also got Spartans players running around that blue base, so they're going to be giving One Up a lot of grief at the moment, undoubtedly.
Skits hitting red base, so that's getting 2-shot denied. That was a great dive by Zeropa.
And Zeropa comes out of the woods.
And Stalker, what was that? 1-shot denying Beefy at red as well.
Yeah.
So now Spartans, not Spartans, Adelaide Aftershock, I think they made the wrong choice. Instead of going to green and cycle through that one, they decided to jump onto Spartans and try and pick up some shots.
And here we can see like the One Up doing classic One Up things, throwing as much resources as they can at that base to get it. They're going for those bases. At this point, they're going to be. They might have a bit of a struggle to pick up those pack points that they're going to need after losing so many points in denial. So
there's currently so many shots from the One Up into blue and into blue. As saying that Lowlands has picked up the blue base.
They are slowly making it work, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for them to get through so they're going to be heavily relying on getting their 10 base in this game if they want to pull a second. I don't think at this point, I don't know if a first is even going to be within their reach.
Yeah, as saying that, Skids have now picked up the One Up space, and Meerkat getting 1-shot denied by Zeropa, and Beefy 1-shot denied by Fuzzy.
This is a
there is a very
denial game.
This is very defensive by both Spartans and Skids, getting so many denials in each other. Honestly, Spartans have definitely got this. They've run away with it, with so many bases ahead and so many points in denials at their own base. Now it's just a fight between One Up and Aftershock.
Yeah,
Aftershock being one base down.
Yeah.
But they're saying that they still have 3 players still needing to get green. And Meerkat,
they've
now
still
got
a couple of free bases, and with Spartans pushing heavy as they might very well be, One Up is 100% pushing
like
very
flick
heavy.
Over the blue, there's so much action happening down that blue base at the moment.
Yeah,
it's so hard to keep up to who's in the base and who's going to stay there. But at the moment, it's is that Madcan sitting under the base at the moment?
Madcan is most definitely sitting under the base because he knows that One Up are pushing a lot of resources at that base. He doesn't want Aftershock to go ahead and just like pull all those denial points and get all those big points. He's going to want to sit himself up there.
It wasn't Cairns under the base. Cairns only just got into the base just then, getting 2-shot denied by Meerkat.
Did take a couple of denials, so there we got more denials happening once again. Oh boy.
In the meantime, was there a green base picked up? I think there was. Fancy Boy picked up his green base. So they're now running one base ahead of One Up as well as Pack. So I think Run Up has run themselves into a third by dumping so early into the game.
Yeah, especially against those experienced teams. Like I said, they know how to deal with this stuff. The likes of Beefy giving a lot of direction to Aftershock and usually leading that defense as well. If he sees a lot of players rock up, he's going to be calling everyone home. He's going to be saying, hey everyone, get back here, let's make these points, let's get these denials, let's show them who's boss. And One Up is still chasing after that blue base, despite the fact that they only need to pick up 2.
I think One Up will just keep going for the blue base because they already have 3 hits on it.
That's it.
So now, it's just picked up the blue base as well. So that's the 4th hit on it. And they know they won't be able to get back in, won't get into Spartans. Guinea's tried once, and I was like, that's it.
I think at this point, if One Up are going to have any chance, they need to turn around. They need to hit that Spartans base, and they need to crack it at the same time.
Yeah,
they're going to need those bases if they're going to keep themselves in this game. They are so far behind in those pack points. I'm going to say so far behind in pack points under Aftershock, but Aftershock still have time to send Chutch over to green. And as I say that, of course, Chutch is in green,
and he's got it.
Getting that base, pulling ahead. There's 7k that One Up need to make up in bases.
So now Guinea's going to
make a try on that,
and he's got blue. So
right,
each team now has 5 bases. Everyone has green for blue and red. So green has been finished and not going to be worried about. Now it's the fight. By the look of it, is going to be at red base.
Yeah, that's it. And there we go. Yeah, gets himself in there.
Yeah, it's putting some shots in.
Time to shoot this base.
Ooh, he's getting 2-shot denied by Zerobo. Zerobo is having a fantastic game on denies at the moment. He's currently sitting at 5.
9, actually.
That's
9 denials from Zerobo.
So Zerobo, fantastic game for him at the moment. It's just
he's going to be enjoying himself. He's going to be. I'm sure he's running around that maze with a big old smile on his face.
He's thinking more people coming to his base is like, put shots in. I need those denials. I'm gonna get those denials.
And that's one of those things about red base in particular. And like one up are gonna have trouble with this. I can tell is that a lot of people basically the only place to take that
Spitfire,
base.
1-shot denied by Potato.
Yeah, that really only place you can take that base and the best place to take that base is right in that V. Like we see, Guinea's there getting denied as well. But that big jump from that back door, it's so easy to get through that back door. Even when you've got someone in box, if you've got long arms, just like Zeropa does, you can dive in. You can just send those arms, go gadget arms, send them straight in, and you're more than likely to hit that shot before the person.
I think we ruled out one out too soon. They've come back with pack.
No, they're still about 3k down on pack, and it's gonna be those bases. Denials that they wore.
Spartans pushing that worm a lot higher. It looks a little bit closer in the worm, but looking at the actual score.
And
Spitfire,
I guess another denial.
I don't know what's going on with one at the moment, but there are so many shots into that base. They're not getting it. They should just not worry about putting any shots in or anything. They should just shoot the doors.
At this point, 1UP needs those bases if they're going to have a chance of winning this game. If they can get that one more base and a couple of extra tags, they could pull themselves a second, but they have to get it. That said, they're currently sitting at 13 points worth of 13 shots worth of denials just in bases spread out.
Oh, that is so many points.
And here we go. Lowlands needs to start shooting that base. He needs to start shooting that base if they're going to have a chance. Take that base, Lowlands. Come on.
It's too late in the game.
Come on, Lowlands. That's it.
What sad to see that 1UP has.
That is.
It's just.
That's just 1UP things.
As we said early on, we could have seen 1UP could actually win that game, but they also could lose that game. They lost that game.
And when they do it in such spectacular fashion.
They can't make it close. They have to be like,
it's all or it's nothing.
It's all or nothing. It could just the dice roll was bad.
That's it. So let's have a quick look. I'm going to count up these total number of denials for our.
See that we can go have a look at their reactions as they see the denial points for the 1UP.
So 13 denials points, 13 shots worth of denials goes to 1UP. We've got 2, 5. There's 7 goes to Aftershock, and the Spartans actually only picked up 2, and it was just Mad Cans. So, yeah. So that's 1UP actually with that 13 shots actually ended up losing 6,500 points in denial points. If they had just played it a little bit safer, if they had just taken their time with their bases, they would have been sitting themselves in a comfortable second. However, Aftershock did make that good capitalization. Aftershock even possibly getting a little bit lucky, but of course I'm going to have to call out the star of this particular game. Has got to have to be Zeropa with those 9 denials. He's done a massive amount of work.
One base for Zeropa, but man, those denial points. He definitely picked the right time to dive in there to get all those.
That said, as I'm praising Zeropa, we've got to have a look at Stalker too. He's got himself a 309% tag ratio. That's a huge game.
Tag ratio for a attacker.
Only one base, 12k too. He's gone 65 amazing. For 21. He absolutely railed that game, and I'm gonna have to say that a solid half of those tags are probably coming from 1UP.
Yeah, he also got a 2-shot for denials as well.
Yeah, gets his 2-shot denial.
Stalker, anyone picked him up for the fantasy team, you should be happy with the result of that game.
Very happy with that game.
Madcans coming in second with that is a big difference between first and second for the lobby. That's what 3k in pack. That is a lot of points.
Oh, that's more. So that's 15k in